Today I'm going to talk about rotational movement. Now, rotational movement during pregnancy and postpartum is often feared, or it often happens suddenly and you're always in a little bit of pain. So when I say rotational movement, I'm talking about twisting. And I know during my pregnancies I would actually wake up in the middle of the night because I'd forgotten I was pregnant, and I'd roll over in bed and I'd feel a lot of pain through my obliques, through here, through my separation, through my abdominals that were separated, and even into my upper back. So what happens with rotational movement is often we twist through the lumbar spine. But during pregnancy and postpartum, rotational movement is actually a really good thing to do if you do it properly and safely and effectively. Now, I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos. You can jump over to YouTube. You can find a lot on here, Facebook Live. You can see a few on IGTV as well. And my philosophy is using exercise during pregnancy and postpartum as a really fabulous way to connect to your body rather than as a tool to change it. Okay, that took me a long time to change my mindset, to switch into that. Been in the fitness industry for a long time, and it's not about thrashing yourself and punishing yourself through exercise, particularly during pregnancy and postpartum. It's about connecting to your body, and it's such an amazing time to do this because there's so many changes happening in your body during pregnancy, and also you do have a little bit of a superpower. So you're pretty strong through your deep core during pregnancy because you're holding up a baby. So we want to basically tap into this and continue this and build on this postpartum. So that's why today I'm talking about rotational movement. So normally when people rotate, and you don't have to be pregnant, lower back pain happens is because we're kind of congested or compressed through our spine, and then we twist. And there's a lot of pain and ache that happens through the lower spine, and that could be twisting in the car, or as I said, rolling over in bed. Any kind of little twist can hurt. So if we work on our posture to begin with, and that starts by softening your knees and just lengthening through your body before you twist. So it's almost like lifting your organs up out of your pelvis, okay, and creating a bit of space through your body. You don't have to tuck and suck to do this. We don't want any tension again through that lower spine. We want to lift everything up before we twist, okay? And there's a few different modifications and ways to do this, and it's really important you tune in during your pregnancy. And I don't recommend you get into excessive twisting, particularly if you've had a C-zone. You've got stitches here, but it's a great way to add this into your activity. So when pretty much when you do it during daily life, you're going to protect yourself better. Okay, so the first thing is to ground down your foot, lift up nice and tall. We want to find that length from the tip of the toe and the hip. And you take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to twist and lengthen through that arm. Now I'm twisting through my hip, and my shoulder is away from the ear, and I'm lengthening from the tip of my finger down to my toe. Now if that's too much, I want you to bring your hand down, move over this way, a little bit lower. Now if that's feeling all right, you might want to start and take another deep breath in, exhale, and then twist a little bit further around. So you need to build up to this. You probably don't want to twist too far around during pregnancy, but as you recover and progress through your recovery postpartum, it's a great way to open up. Now, if you are feeling any pain around your hips, it means you're not ready to do that, so listen to your body. And you don't want to twist very quickly, okay, and especially with holding your breath. And then we'll try the other side. So again, when you tune in and do this on the other side, you also need to make sure you're not rushing it and take into consideration that everyone's imbalanced in their body, and one side might be very different to the other. So again, we're going to zip up nice and tall, but keep our knees soft. You're going to lengthen, ground down through that toe. Exhale, twist, snuggle that shoulder away from the ear, and allow the toe to twist, the hips to twist. And what is happening, you've got this beautiful fascial line or connective tissue that runs from the tip of your fingers down to the toe, and it's like a spiral line that we're opening up, okay? So when you think about it, this body is under a lot of stress during pregnancy, and we want to make sure those fascial lines remain strong and they wrap back in post-baby. And it's not too late to start post-baby, because when you think about it, your transverse abdominis wraps around, we've got the pelvic floor to support it. And we want to really tap into that rotational wrapping in our body and activating our deep core. But we need to make sure we've got space through our vertebrae before we do it. So that sudden twisting when you're kind of compressed, you might be driving in the car and it's like, oh, then you feel it in your lower back. I know, I've done it. I've done it just carrying a basket of washing, twisted and put it down and really damaged my lower back. So start to think about lengthening shoulders over hips before you twist. Okay, it's one little tip. Now, another way you can add this into your activity is I love to add a squat in. So, you're going to lengthen, and remember you can start low, you don't necessarily have to go top to high. Tap down into that toe, shoulder away from ear, you're exhaled while you're up here, you're not holding your breath. Then come back in the center, you're going to drop down, and again, my knees are tracking over my toes and my legs are spiraling out, and I'm not letting, again, that pressure happen through my lower back. Okay, this is all about taking that pressure off that lumbar spine by staying tall, and the butt doesn't need to go lower than the knees. We come up, and then you can rotate to the other side. Come in, and then a big exhale. Deep breath in, big exhale as you come up and twist. Inhale. Now when you go slow and do this, it's actually quite challenging. When you kind of fling your arms about and do it quickly, it's only going to cause injury. So I like to say go slow and create a little bit of time under tension, and that's going to activate those deeper muscles and especially into that deeper core. We forget about the six-pack. Deep core is the core you can't see. Like when you look at a whole apple, you can't see the core inside. That's what we want to focus on. And then adding this gentle rotational movement. Now you can add weights when you do this. I have a move called the wood chopper, which is when you think about when you chop wood, you are rotating. I'm not going to show you today, but that'll be something I will have in my pregnancy core course, which is coming up in end of March, April. So stay tuned for that. And that is how you're going to progress to those next levels. But it's really important you start with safe and effective movement, and as I said, connecting to your body in a way to basically create space and using movement as a way to tune into your body rather than as a tool to change it. Any questions, let me know, but I hope after you've done a few of these, you feel fabulous.